Good morning, everyone. Check out the weather. You can. Trying to not gonna. Okay, whatever. I'll show you anyway. Beach is looking beautiful. Not a cloud in the sky. Oh, there's a few clouds over there, but not clouds that are gonna produce some fucking rain like it has been. But I am feeling just great this week. So happy. Last week, probably noticed I was very quiet because I was sick as a dog on Tuesday. Woke up fine, and then 2-3 hours into the day, boom, on my ass. I was overheating, shivering. I felt like an absolute ass hair, and that it came on quickly, and I got rid of it fairly quick. But then I got a sore throat afterwards. I got some cold sores as well. My immune system got shot. But man, I was eating and drinking that many herbs and vitamins. It wasn't funny. I still am. And that's the funny thing, I tend to do it myself as well. You kind of, when you're feeling good, you forget to take your vitamin C's and maybe your multivitamin or whatever. And then when you start to get sick, you're like, oh, better take my vitamin C and shit, when you should be taking it every day anyway. So I'm going to make a point of keeping that a bit more of a regular thing. Last week was funny. Last week was pretty shit, but at the same time, last week actually has some really good positives as well, because at the end of the week, obviously I was feeling a lot better. I increased my revenue a lot more, so I gained some clients, which I was really needing, and so I was happy to have. And I finally achieved my blue belt, which I was absolutely stoked about, and which I want to talk about, because in the jiu-jitsu community, your belt and your stripes, when you start it, they say don't think about the stripe, don't think about the blue belt, or or how to get that next belt, or when's it coming, which is very true, because you want to focus on the process. You just want to focus on the next day, and you want to focus on whatever the next thing you kind of want to improve on. So when I first got to that gym there, I asked my Professor Guy, and you call your coach professor. I'm kind of used to calling the coach, like the head coach, sensei, but in Brazilian Jiu-jitsu, we call them professor. So I went up to Professor and I said, how do I get my first stripe? Because I wanted to know, because generally, is there certain techniques that I needed to perform, and straight away he goes, don't worry about it. He goes, just come. Don't focus on the next stripe. Just show up and just keep improving, keep learning. It's all right. But in the back of your head, you're like, where's my next stripe? and it is a slow process to get rid of that, because we all want a reward. It feels great. So it took a while, and I think on my third stripe, I was starting to get it, I didn't really worry too much about it. Fourth stripe, I reckon that was the period where I was learning a lot, and I had a paradigm shift. So a paradigm shift is a shift in beliefs and a shift in your sort of mindset, and that's what just really quickly, that's what my coaching is all about, is guiding people to have some kind of paradigm shift, because it's so important. If you keep having the same beliefs and the same mindset all the time, your lifestyle or your life isn't going to change. You need to change your paradigm. Anyway, so I had a bit of a paradigm shift during the fourth stripe, and I didn't necessarily care about the blue belt, but I felt like I was ready, and I started to feel like one already. I was starting to already coach some of the white belts, help them out, and I was getting some really good feedback. And I will never ever do that. I'll never coach someone unless I am 100% confident that in my ability to do it, right? Like I would never coach someone about tennis because I have no idea how to fucking play tennis. So I would never go to someone and give them advice or a tip how to fucking hit the ball because I don't know how to. So I really felt like a blue belt, and I didn't necessarily care when I got the belt, but I felt ready. And when I finally got it, I was so happy, absolutely ecstatic. I was just so happy. And especially on Monday, like putting the blue belt and my blue rash guard in my bag, man, it could have wiped the smile off my face, especially when I got onto the mats, all kitted up. Yeah, I was absolutely stoked. And the reason being is because I went through, you know, the changes. I worked hard for it. And to be quite frank with you guys, that, you know, the last sort of 3 or 4 months have been pretty tough, you know, personally and business-wise, because I took a risk and stopped working at a gym. I went full-blown online, and I've changed my sort of coaching a little bit as well. Like I still obviously do personal training. I still provide workouts and nutrition. That hasn't changed, but I've added an element for like mindset coaching. It's something that I've sort of dabbed in a little bit throughout my coaching, but now it's an actual thing because now I feel confident enough to share what I've learned about the mindset and how to have that paradigm shift, how to sort of get everything in place for that process to happen. You can't force it. You've got to sort of you have to go through the process. So when I finally got that blue belt, it was a massive hit of dopamine. Now dopamine, I know this is a long-winded chat, but whatever. So dopamine isn't actually, I know a lot of you guys believe that dopamine is the happy hormone, you know, but it's actually the pursuit towards the reward. It's the drive. Dopamine is actually motivation. So, you know, the dopamine that I got from receiving the dopamine was due to the process of getting it. If someone just gave me it, I'd be like, woo. Like the dopamine hit, I wouldn't be so ecstatic and excited about it. But since I went through the process and I worked really hard, and I even went into the competition just blindly. I had rib problems, my elbow is still a bit sore, but I did it to develop, to keep learning. So it really meant a lot to me. It really did. So I'm stoked, and yeah, I'll stop the conversation there though, because I can rant a lot about this. But I hope you're having a great Thursday. It's a beautiful day on the Gold Coast, finally. Like, holy crap balls, it's beautiful. We've had a lot of rain lately and clouds and shit, so it's really nice to get some sunlight on me. But I hope you're having a great day, and I'll chat to you guys in the next video. Woo! Oos! Oh, I dropped it.